right now. Pittsburgh's best sports show is about to begin. Call us or tweet us. We got things to talk about on the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call.
Hey, Megan, thanks very much. Good evening, everyone. It is a Monday night edition of the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call. On the Bordas and Bordas hotline, the number is the same. It's 412-575-2600. So if you would like to talk sports, this is your place to do it. Bob Pompiani, flanked with Gene Collier here tonight. Tweet us at KDPomp, at Gene Collier. And we're on till 11 o'clock. Lots to talk about, beginning with the Pirates, who looked like they were going to get another win. They had a really good start from another pitcher as Joe Musgrove goes 6 pretty solid innings, but he gave up back-to-back hits in the 7th, taken out, and then everything changed. Arizona got a little bit lucky. They had a beautifully executed bunt to load the bases, then a swinging bunt and a bad defensive play by Elias Diaz, who missed home plate. Or he still had a chance to tag the guy, didn't do either. So that scores a run. A bloop over the third, little cheap hit there, and then a 3-run triple that cleared the bases. Long story short, they got 7 runs in the 7th. They got 4 more in the 8th. The bullpen collapsed, and a sad story for Nick Burdi, which we'll talk about in a second. But Pirates currently losing 12-4, which means they'll fall to 12-8. Gene Collier, outstanding columnist with the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, is here. And, boy, that one had the makings of a nice Pirate win. Musgrove cruising along through 6. You know, normally, depending on pitch count, sometimes Clint Hurdle will take a pitcher out after 6 and go to a bullpen. I know he likes to give relievers an opportunity to start a fresh inning. That did not happen tonight. Your take on what happened in that 7th inning?
Well, as an old baseball axiom, Bob, do not give up 7 in the 7th. That's a tough way to play baseball. But you're right. The Pirates look like they had that game under control. Put it in the hands of Kyle Crick, who's been great, but he was not great tonight. And the Pirates are due for a little bit of a correction here with their pitching. Their pitching has been unbelievable, and it might bend back toward a little more believable. I mean, they're still 12-8. Came into the game with the best record in the National League. Just not a good night for them.
No, and I also thought another key to this was early in the game, Zach Godley, who was Arizona's starter, was awful. I mean, he had more balls than strikes. He had 98 pitches through 4 innings, and the Pirates had opportunities early really to score a lot more, and they didn't.
Left the bases loaded twice in the first 5 innings, I believe. So there again, that's something they tell you not to do in baseball, Bob, is leave the bases loaded.
No, and they did it. But, they've had a makeshift lineup every which way possible. Tonight, the good news was Gregory Polanco was back, activated, and started, and he had a couple of hits, a walk, so that's his thing in the positive direction. The bad news is Nick Burdi. Now, if you haven't seen the game, we'll show you highlights at 11 o'clock, but also I tweeted about it. He went down, he made a pitch. The kid had come all the way back from Tommy John surgery. A lot of pitchers go through this. And all of a sudden, flashes of Dave Dravecky went through my mind. If you're old enough to know that, where he made a pitch, delivered it, and broke his arm as the pitch. And you never know what in the world arms are going through when you're spinning the ball the way these guys do. He's firing up there 98 miles an hour, and Gene fell to the ground after he delivered a pitch, grabbed his arm, was in immense play, was clearly affected by it, started to cry. The pain must have been so severe. And so that looks very serious. And it's sad to see a guy who'd fought all the way back and all the rehab and all the stuff that you have to go through for 2 years. Got his chance again, and here it is.
Yeah, a terrible moment for Burdi. And as you mentioned, Bob, I mean, he's throwing really hard. More and more pitchers are throwing harder and harder, and more and more are being injured. I don't know where exactly the medical science is on pitchers, on maintaining their health or improving their health, but whatever the process is, it's not working. If you look up any day of the week, there are 60 to 70 pitchers on the disabled list throughout baseball, and they're working fewer innings but getting injured more.
Interesting how it's going, but the Pirates, we'll talk about that as we move along here. 1-4 against Arizona. Also, we're going to see another Game 7 in the NHL. Carolina at home held serve 5-2 over the Capitals. Ovechkin got tossed at the end of this game. They got to him a little bit. So Carolina forces a Game 7. We're going to have 3 of them now. We'll talk about that. Kevin Colbert and Mike Tomlin addressed the media pre-draft press conference. Not many answers. You wouldn't expect many. But there's a lot of ways the Steelers can go. If you have draft questions, we'd like to chat with you about that as well. It's 412-575-2600. As always, give us a shout. We'll be back with more of those right after this short timeout. This is the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call, 7 nights a week on Pittsburgh CW. The Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call is brought to you by Ireland Contracting, celebrating 25 years as Pittsburgh's #1 home exterior expert in roofing, siding, windows, and gutters, where honesty and integrity still matter.